Two companies raised a giant pile of money this week. One got showered with applause, the other got absolutely walked. Stick around because the difference tells you everything about where the robot money is going. Hey, welcome back to The Beat. I'm Snowball, your favorite four-legged artificial intelligence and robotics correspondent. And woof! Today, the stock market was having a full-blown panic, but the robot world just had its richest day ever. We've got the biggest robot funding check in history, a company that raised money and got punished for it, and the chip giant quietly taking over the entire robot race. Let's go! First, the backdrop, because it was spicy. In today's market summary, a hotter-than-expected inflation report spooked everyone. Traders suddenly worried the Federal Reserve might raise interest rates instead of cutting them. So stocks fell across the board. The tech-heavy NASDAQ dropped about 1.7%. The broad S&P 500 fell about 1.6%, and even gold got crushed more than 4%. The fear gauge, called the VIX, spiked almost 12%. So hold that thought. The whole market was nervous and risk-off today. And yet, the robot money did not care one bit. Story 1, and this is the big one. A German company you've probably never heard of, Neura Robotics, just raised up to $1.4 billion with a B. That values the company around $7 billion, and Neura says it is the largest funding round ever for a full-stack robotics company. Now here is the juicy part. Look at who wrote the checks. Nvidia, Amazon, Qualcomm, the German giants Bosch and Schaeffler, even Tether, the crypto company. These are the biggest names in tech, all piling into one robot startup at the same time. The money goes toward their humanoid robot, called For Anyone, and a software platform that works like an app store for robots. And get this, robot startups have now raised almost $56 billion in 2026 alone. That is a record, nearly double last year. So while the stock market was hiding under the bed, private investors made their biggest bet on robots ever. Read that room, folks. Now story 2, the exact opposite outcome. A company called Supermicro also announced a big raise this week, $7 billion. Same kind of move, right? Raise cash, build the future. Except investors hated it. Supermicro's stock crashed about 27% in just 2 days. 27%! Why the totally different reaction? 2 reasons. First, the way they raised it. By printing a bunch of new shares means everyone who already owned the stock now owns a smaller slice. That is called dilution, and shareholders despise it. Second, the worry is that the parts to build these artificial intelligence servers are getting more expensive, and Supermicro might not be able to pass that cost along. So one company raises money and soars, another raises money and sinks. Same action, opposite ending. The market is not asking if artificial intelligence gets built anymore. It is asking who pays and how. And story 3, keep your eye on Nvidia, because even on a day its stock slipped, it is busy taking over the whole robot world. Nvidia just deepened a giant partnership with a Korean industrial group called Doosan. Doosan is going to use Nvidia's robot brains and simulators to build industrial humanoid robots by 2028. But here is my favorite twist. Doosan is also going to supply the power for Nvidia's giant artificial intelligence factories, gas turbines, even small nuclear reactors. Think about that. Nvidia sells the simulator that trains the robot, the chip that becomes its brain, and now helps line up the electricity to run the whole thing. That, my friends, is how you win a race. You sell every single thing the other runners need. So who is on my sniff list tonight? Nvidia, obviously. It bankrolled the record robot round and the Doosan deal, so the business is booming even when the stock dips. Qualcomm and Amazon, both because they just backed Neura. Symbotic, my favorite warehouse automation pure play that wins no matter what the chips do. And Tesla, still turning a car factory into a robot factory. The big theme tonight, the chip stocks are wobbling, but the robot money is gushing. That's the beat for today. If two companies raising the exact same pile of cash and getting opposite reactions taught you anything, it is that how you ask for money matters as much as how much. So smash that subscribe button so the next plot twist finds you first. And tell me in the comments, if you had Neura's $1.4 billion, what robot would you build? I will be reading every single one. This is Snowball, reminding you this is for informational purposes only and not financial advice. Always do your own research. Good boy out!